We worked on just solving exponential equations. Today's logarithmic. So the first thing we want to do is change it from logarithmic form to exponential form. Now hopefully y'all remember how to do that from chapter 4.2. And then we just solve for the variable by finding like basis. Alright, this is very important. You have to check your solutions. And these are only going to work, your solutions will only work if m is greater than 0. Does anybody know why? Can you take the log of negative numbers?
No.
Nope, that's fine. Alright, this first one, let's see if y'all remember. Tell me how to change this to exponential form. Perfect. So now to find x, all you would do is type in 8 to the 4/3 in your calculator. And that would give you what? Perfect. Now if you don't know how to do this in your calculator, now's a good time to let me know, because remember you got a test on this next week. So if you don't know how to do it, let me know now. You just type the y to the x button, Antonio. So you would just hit 8, this button, in parentheses 4/3, enter. Alright, next one.
Oh, I got it.
Darian, tell me how to write this in exponential form. To the, bless you,
2
equals. Very good. And now you pretty much just use algebra to solve. We know 4 squared is what?
16.
So this is 16 equals x plus 3. Now we just do what? And x is? Very good. Bless you. Questions? Next one's a little different just because it has ln. Notice in these two how the logs were by itself, like nothing's being added or subtracted, multiplied. This one was being multiplied by our natural log. So how could we get rid of that? Divide everything by what? So we have ln 2x equals what? 4. Alright, what do you think we should do from here? This is not just ln, this is ln of 2x. We need to get rid of the ln. Who said that? Kate said something about e. What does e have to do with this problem?
Oh, it cancels out that.
Yes. So we have to multiply both sides by e. But here's what it's going to look like. This cancels out, we'll just have 2x. This one we're actually going to have e to the 4th. That 4 is going to become an exponent. So again, e times ln is 1, cancels out to make 2x. This one you turn it to e to the 4th power. Now we would just do what? Divide by 2. So x equals e to the 4th over 2. And now I want you to practice finding that in your calculator. Round to the nearest hundredth. We'll do that. What'd y'all get?
27.30.
I got 2 points, or 27.3, sorry. If you couldn't get this in your calculator, let me know. Let's get the number first. So hit 4, the second e, and then divide by 2. There you go. Anybody else need calculator help? Let's try the next one. Actually, these 3 are just like the ones we just did, so try those on your own. You're in groups, so utilize that. Talk with the people around you, see if y'all got the same answer for these 3 problems. Thank you for telling me. Yes.
How was that?
Just 8 to the 4/3 power. So you type in 8. Take this up. This is raised to parentheses. 4 divided by 3. Close parentheses. Anybody want more time on these? Okay. What now?
We're at 29 class grade.
No, where do you see that at?
Activity?
This is a bill schedule. 28.
28.
I know, that's why we gotta hurry. Alright, so, Amber, tell me how to write this in an exponential form.
27 and 2
Good. So what'd y'all get?
9.
Very good. Any questions?
Wait, we're number 4.
Yes. It might have been a calculator error. Did you get 27 to the 2/3 part? Then yeah, something's wrong with your calculator. Make sure when you type in exponents, you do 27 to the parentheses 2 divided by 3.
Got it.
All right, Victor, tell me how to write this in an exponential form.
2 to the 3rd is equal to x minus 4.
Good. This is
8.
very good.
Add 4. 12.
Very good. Questions? All right, Brandon, what do I need to do on this one first?
First divided by 4.
Okay. Kayla, what do I do next on this one? Very good. So this cancels to just 3x to the e to the second. Now I divide by. So x was what?
2.4.
Good. And I'll make sure on the test to let you know like what to round it to, so that way it won't be any errors. Question about this. That was kind of a review from evaluating logs. Alright, moving on to solving logarithmic equations. Okay, remember that what type of numbers don't have logarithms? Negative. This is why we have to check our solutions. Any number that produces the logarithm of a negative number or pre-cal students, do y'all know this? 0 cannot be in your solution. Alright, notice how, let's go back to, I guess it was yesterday. If I gave you this problem, 3 to the x equals 9, remember to solve this we would have to find the same base. So it would be like 3 to the x equals 3 what? Squared. And then the bases do what? Cancel. Okay? This is kind of the same deal. What's the base on both of these? 4. So just like these can cancel out, both of these log 4s can cancel out because they have the same what? Base.
Is there any exception to
Yes. If it's like negative log 4 of x equals positive log 4 of x, then they'd be different because of the negative and the positive. But as long as they're the same thing on both sides, you can cancel them out. Same base, same positive. Then we'll see. Alright, so this gives us x squared equals negative 6x minus 8. Tell me how you would solve this. And 8 on both sides. That's what I would do. Because you'd have x squared plus 6x plus 8 equals 0, and now you can solve by what? Factoring. This factors into x what? Plus 4 and x plus 2. So my two solutions are, yes. Now we have to check them. And there's not much to check in these. All you have to do is, let me zoom out a little bit, look at this part. Okay, if I plug in a negative 2 squared here, it's going to make a what?
4.
Positive, right? If I plug in a negative 4 here, it's still going to be a what? Positive. What's negative 4 times this? Positive what? 24 minus 8 would still be a positive. Negative 2 times this? 12 minus 8 would still be a positive. So as long as you plug them in here and they're positive, both of them will work. And if it's not 0. Questions about that? Alright. Go ahead and try the next one on your own. Make sure you check them to see if both of them work. So everybody see where I got this from? I don't need to go over this part. What were the two binomials we factored it into? Everybody good with that? Answers? And did they both work? Yes. Questions? Flip it. Alright. Now Antonio said, what if they're not? Why can't these cancel? They're on the same side. And if we were to move one over, it'd be like negative log 2 over here, right? So we got to do something else. We have to make this side have a base of what? 2. This base is 2. We need to make this base be 2. And we can combine these into one single logarithm using what property? Product. Good. Why'd you say that? Because the addition sign, right? Okay. Let's first combine these into one logarithm. Yes? Yeah. So this is going to be log 2. And what are we multiplying? Yes, x and x minus 7. So tell me what x times x is. Tell me what x times negative 7 is. Very good. Now let's see. I know Algebra 2, y'all probably don't remember because we didn't spend but like a week on this, but pre-cal students, do you know what this is going to change to? This side. It has to have a base of 2. Where does the 3 go? Becomes the what? Exponent. Who said that? Good job. No, you did. Did you really say that? Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. Props. So we have to make it have the same base, 2, and the 3, this number becomes the exponent. Everybody with me? Alright, so now this can cancel out. And we'll have x squared minus 7x equals 8. Where did I get the 8 from? 2 to the 3rd. And now you can see it's going to be a regular old factoring problem. I just need to move over the what? So x squared minus 7x, this will turn to negative 8. What will this factor into? Negative 8 and 1. Good. What are my answers?
8 and
Are these both going to work? Take a look.
Oh, no, you have negative.
Well, it's not necessarily if it's negative, but if we plug this in right here, it'd be log 2 of negative 1. Can we have that?
No.
No. That's why it doesn't work. So mark that one out. You only have one solution, and it's x equals 8. So don't go by Antonio if it's negative. Because remember on these we had a negative 4 and it worked. Because negative 4 squared would be positive. You always have to plug it in here, see if it would work. This is log 2 of negative 1, that's why it won't work. Does that make sense? Okay. Next one, there's not a base here, so we know the base is what? 10. Good. If it's not there, it's 10. We can combine these using what property? Good. So tell me what it would be. Log 10 of minus 3x. Good. Equals 10 to the first. Where did I get the x squared from? We're using product property right here because this plus sign. That means we can multiply this and this. So x times x is x squared. X times negative 3 is negative 3x. Any questions other than that? It has to have the same base. And we know if there's not a base here, it's automatically 10. And this became the exponent. So now we have x squared minus 3x equals 10. Now we need to move the what? By subtracting. Now this factors into what? Very good. That's why we spend so much time on factoring, because it was going to come back up. X equals what here? 5 and negative 2. Do both of them work?
No, negative 2.
Yes, because if we plug in negative 2 here, we'd have log 10 of negative 2. We know that can't happen. So it's just 5. We're going to do one more together, then I'm going to let you try the rest on your own. So let's do, y'all want to do 11, 12, or 15 together? 11. Okay. They're all pretty much the same. This time it's minus, so instead of multiplying these two together, we're going to do what? We're going to what? Divide. So tell me how to write this as one single natural log. It'd be ln of?
X squared.
Nope. X plus 2 over? Good. Equals ln of 1 over x. This time what can cancel out? Because they're both on the same, or on opposite sides, and they're both the same. So they cancel. So we have x plus 2, 4x plus 3 equals 1 over x. Now this looks difficult, but we could do what here?
Multiply.
Yes. Easier than that. Cross multiply. Okay? So what is x times x? X squared. What's 2 times x? Equals 1 times all of this will just be itself, right? Now what? How? Yep, subtract both of these. So we'll have x squared. What's 2x minus 4x? Over here will be a negative 3. Now we're factoring this into what? X minus 3 and x plus 1. Answers? 3 and? Very good. Which one is not going to work? the negative 1, and it's because of this one right here. What's 1 divided by negative 1? Negative. Very good. Alright, what you're doing is 12, 13, 14, 15. Whenever you get done, I'll check it and you can pack up. That's all that's going to be on your test is exponential equations, what we did yesterday or Wednesday, and then logarithmic equations. That's all. Remember, study guides due on Tuesday.
Remember you cross multiply just like we did here. The LNs cancel out because there's one on each side, just like last week. So use this one, they let you do this one. Exactly the same. Because these aren't the same. This is LN of all this, this is LN of all this. These aren't the same, so you can't have them. You have to do what you have to do. Yep. Make this over 1. Cross multiply.
Yeah, well, not that.
Get off of it.
Almost.
Do you have a question? Just check these two, make sure both of them work. And then it'll be good. So which one won't work? Very good.
You need our homework.
Yes. On your way out, make sure you put your homework in math workshop in the 3rd period again on your way out of class.
So funny.
What's your third 12 over 5? I just can't find two factors.
Now what?
The LNs crossed out. And then you just cross it off.
You have to come back to me. Yeah, I got like X, 7 O's, 23.
You need the foil.
I did 4. X squared minus 2X. Yeah, the elements.
And then you just, well, let me see. Then you just subtract the 7x and then add 23.
That's what I did. I got the X squared.
It should be plus 20. Because you're,
I was in negative 2. Yeah, but that was I was like, where are you at?
yeah.
Alright, good. Now so you got fold these. Fold these. I'll check these over here. I will go back and make sure both of these can work. This one's great. This one's good. Make sure that no, this one's good. Yeah, wait. Oh, good. This is great. These are the two that you're subtracting, right? So that's what's going to go right here.
This one over there.
Yeah, you can do that. So X minus 3. The quotient's going to be what?
7x.
Now it's 1.5. So these you'll have to fold. These, it just means you fold this very next. This one has this. We'll pull this out over here. This part, how'd you get it? How'd you get it? So, fold you gotta do first, outer, inner, last, right? What about the bottom? X squared, first, outer, is that 7 or 14?
Yeah.
Minus 20, so you can leave that. Deal with those?
What's the bell rate of 28? 28. Something's overtime. Yeah, sometimes they get mad. That will take care of it.